Ganesh Chaturthi, one of the grandest festivals in India. Think of Ganesh Chaturthi and the beautiful Lord Ganesh idol comes to my mind. The aroma of his favorite modak tickles our nostrils and excitement just fills the air. In the era of festivals, we, the students of B section of Nagindas Khandwala College, are presenting here with a second episode of Soch Ke To Dekho, spotlighting the interesting and unexplored facts of celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi. Before we begin any auspicious task, we are advised to invoke Shri Ganesha. Sukhakarta, Dukharta, Siddhi Vinayak Shri Ganesha is lovingly praised, remembered, and worshipped. The son of Lord of Lords and the goddess of love, the Lord of Wisdom, whose biography teaches us many lessons. Let us know few interesting facts about Ganesha.
The first Ganesh Chaturthi celebration dates back to the era of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. While many believe that Lord Ganesha's birthday, Ganesh Chaturthi, was first celebrated by the Chalukya, Satavahanas and Rashtrakuta dynasties who ruled between 271 BC and 1190 AD. However, the first historical record of Ganesh Chaturthi celebration dates back to the era of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Lord Ganesha was considered to be the Kulla Devta or family deity. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the founder of the Maratha Empire, celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi with a great fervor in Pune in the 1600s. Post this, the festival continued to be celebrated by the Peshwas.
Nationalist and freedom fighter Bal Gangadhar Tilak was the man who turned the private household Ganesh Chaturthi celebration into the present day carnival. And here is all you need to know about it. Lord Ganesha was a popular deity worshipped across India, and Ganesh Chaturthi remained a homely affair. In the year 1893, freedom fighter Bal Gangadhar Tilak transformed the festival from a private celebration to a grand public event to unite India against the British. To curb mass gatherings, the British forbid Indians to meet in large groups unless it's for religious purposes. So for Ganesh Chaturthi, Tilak put out huge hoardings of Lord Ganesha on pavilions in Mumbai. He even encouraged huge Ganpati statues and public celebrations. Lord Ganesha, the removal of obstacles, not only brought divinity to the Indian independence struggle, but also inculcated a sense of patriotism in the people.
Lal Bagh Raja Mandar is one of the oldest mandars in India. Set up in 1934 in Peruchal locality. The chawl was shut in 1932 and the locals, who were fishermen and vendors, promised to get a Ganpati and set up in the place. The first ever Lal Bagh Raja was set up by a fisherman. Kamli family in Mumbai designs and creates the Ganpati idols since 1935. Lal Bagh Raja hosts the longest devotions or Visurgence processions in India. It starts from 7 a.m. in the morning and ends in the next morning. Lal Bagh Raja Mandar is one of the biggest mandars all over Mumbai.
It's considered unlucky to look at the moon during Ganesh Chaturthi. During Ganesh Chaturthi, while revel and colorful celebrations and joy of delicious mithai, make sure you don't glance at the moon. Why? Well, it's considered unlucky to do so. According to Hindu mythology, Lord Ganesh was riding his Vahan Mushak, the mouse, while returning from a feast. On seeing a snake, the mouse dropped Lord Ganesh. Due to the impact of fall, his belly burst open and feast split out. Lord Ganesh fearlessly gathered all the laddus and modak, put it back in his belly. He then tied the snake around his belly to hold it. The moon, Chandra, watched this and burst out laughing. Enraged by this, Ganesh broke his tooth and threw it back at the moon. He cursed the moon that he can never shine again. The moon later sought for forgiveness and the curse was undone. But till today, looking at the moon during Ganesh Chaturthi is still considered a bad omen.
The story of Ganesha and Tulsi Devi. Tulsi Devi was amazed by the charm of Lord Ganesha when she was crossing through the banks of river Ganga where Lord Ganesha was meditating. Tulsi Devi went ahead to ask Ganesha to marry her, but Ganesha replied that he will never get married in his life. This angered Tulsi. She cursed Ganesha that he will be married soon, and Ganesha cursed Tulsi that she will be a plant forever. That is why Tulsi is never offered to Ganesha, even it being utilized in puja services, since it is considered as the most sacred plant in India.
While in South India, it is believed that Lord Ganesha is a brahmacharya, though it is generally believed that Lord Ganesha married the twin sisters Riddhi and Siddhi, who bore them two sons, Shubha and Labha.